Did you complete? Good. Next up. Today we are going to understand looping statements. Today we are going to understand loops in Java. We are going to understand loops in Java. What is the main purpose of loops in the Java? Loops are used to execute. Loops are used to execute statements repeatedly. Statements repeatedly. If you want to execute some statements repeatedly, then we can go for loops. In Java, we have below loops. In Java, we have below loops. So first one is while loop. Second one is do while loop. And third one is for loop. And fourth one is for each loop. Okay? Loops in Java. Loops are used to execute statements repeatedly. In Java, we have below loops. First one is while loop. Second one is do while loop. Third one is for loop. And the fourth one is for each loop. Now, guys, we need to understand syntax of these loops. We need to understand syntax of the loop. First, let's go for while loop. First, let's understand what is while loop. While loop is used to execute the statements based on condition. Until condition is satisfied, while loop is going. Until condition is true. Until condition is true, while loop is going to execute the statements. What is the syntax for that? While condition, then here we are going to write some statements. Until the condition is true, until the condition is true, these statements will be executed. Repeatedly, statements will be executed when we go for while loop. While loop is used to execute statements until condition is true. Syntax, while condition, then execute the statements. Alright. Let us write one program on the while loop. Right click, new text document. I'm taking while demo. I'm taking while demo.java. Alright, let's take this class. I'm going to write class name as while demo. While demo, in this we are writing public static void main string arguments. Public static void main string arguments. Okay. Next here, I'm taking integer I is equal to 1. Integer I is equal to 1 while I greater than 0. While I greater than 0, I'm going to write a statement system dot out dot println of hello. System dot out dot println of hello. I'm taking while. I'm checking condition I greater than 0. What is the I value? I value is 1. So condition will satisfy or condition will not satisfy? Condition will satisfy. When this condition is satisfied, this statement will be executed. After executing the statement, again it is going to check the condition. That means until condition is satisfied, the loop will be keep on executing. So if the condition is true, loop will execute. Then again it will check the condition. Condition is true now. If I take like this, now here I am writing a loop. Here I am writing a loop. Integer I is equal to 1 while I greater than 0. System dot out dot println of hello. Sorry? Yeah, that's okay, fine. Here we have this. Now, first it is going to check this condition. Condition is satisfied. When the condition is satisfied, this statement will be executed. After executing this statement, again it will check the condition. After the statement is executed, again it is going to check the condition. Condition again satisfied. If condition satisfied, again the loop is going to execute. After the loop executed, again it is going to check the condition. Again condition satisfied. Loop is going to execute. Check the condition. Condition satisfied. Loop is going to execute. Always the condition will satisfy. That means always the statement will execute. Is there any chance to come out from the loop? Is there any chance to come out from the loop? There is no chance. Infinite number of times. There is no end for my program. There is no end for my program. So here, first it is going to check what is I value. I value is 1. While I greater than 0. If I write if statement here, if I write if statement, condition will satisfy. Condition will satisfy, statement will execute. But how many times this statement will execute? When you go for if statement, the statement, when you go for if condition, condition will satisfy, statement will execute only one time. But I want to execute this statement multiple times, then we can go for while. If is used to execute the code only one time, while is used to execute the code repeatedly. While is used to execute the code repeatedly. First it will check the condition. When the condition satisfy, it will execute the statement. After executing the statement, again it will check the condition. Condition satisfy, then it will execute the statement. It will execute the statement. Third time condition satisfy, execute the statement. There is no end for this program. Infinite number of times this program will be executed. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. Save this program, compile and run. Save this program, compile and run. Java C space while demo.java. Then Java space while demo. Now can you see? My program is terminating or my program is not terminating? My program is not terminating. Continuously my statements are executing because always my condition is satisfying in the loop. If you come after 10 days also, same will be happening. Only my laptop should have charging. That's it. If my laptop is having a charging, then the program will be keep on executing. After 1 year also, the loop will be executing only. So what is the purpose of loop? Loop is used to execute the statements repeatedly. Loop is used to execute the statements repeatedly. Now if I want to stop this loop, if I want to stop the program, Control C. When I do Control C, my program got it terminated. Right. Now here I am writing while loop. I'm writing while loop. While I greater than 0, my loop is executing. My loop is executing. Always a condition is satisfied. Okay. Suppose for example, if I do like this, if I do like this, what am I incrementing the I value? Am I decrementing the I value? I am decrementing the I value. So when I decrement I value, what will happen? I will become 0. When I becomes 0, condition will satisfy or condition will not satisfy? Condition will not satisfy. Save this program. Save this program. Java C while demo dot Java. Java space while demo. How many times it executed? Only one time it executed. Why only one time it executed? After printing the I statement, after executing this condition, hello is printed. After the hello is printed, I am decrementing I value. I value becomes 0. 0 greater than 0. It is checking the condition 0 greater than 0. No, 0 is not greater than 0. Loop is terminated. When the condition is not satisfied, it will come out from the loop. Otherwise, the loop will be keep on executing. So what is the definition for the while? What is the while? While is used to execute the statements repeatedly. While loop is used to execute statements until condition is true. Syntax: while condition statements. If condition satisfy, statement will execute. After executing the statement, again it will check the condition. If the condition satisfy, execute the statement. Again check the condition. Condition satisfy, execute the statement. If a condition not satisfy, then the statement will not be executed. Statement will not be executed. Are you clear with my point? Yes, perfect. Now, can you write a program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop? Yes, write it. Write a Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Write a Java program. Write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. Write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. Write the Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. Using while loop. Write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. Come on, guys. Write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. write a Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 using while loop. While loop is used to execute the statements until condition is true. Alright, check this guys. Now here I am writing a program. From 1 to 10 I want to print the numbers. So here we are going to take while I less than or equal to 10. While I less than or equal to 10, I want to print system.out.println of I value. System.out.println of I value. Now if I write like this, I is 1 less than or equal to 10, it will print I value. After that again it will check 1 less than or equal to 10, 1 less than or equal to 10, 1 less than or equal to 10. Always it will check with only 1 only. After printing 1, I need to increment I value. How to increment that I value? Simply I am going to make it as I plus plus. I will make it as I plus plus. Integer I is equal to 1, while I less than or equal to 10, then print I value. After printing I value, increment the I value. When I value is incremented, again it will check the condition. I value incremented here, it will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 10, satisfied. 2 will be printed. Then again 2 will become 3 here. 3 less than or equal to 10, 4 less than or equal to 10, 10 less than or equal to 10. When it comes to 11, 11 less than or equal to 10, no, it is false. When it is false, it will come out from the loop. Alright, save this program, compile and execute Java C while demo.java, Java space while demo, Java space while demo. Am I able to print the numbers from 1 to 10? Now, write the program to print numbers from 10 to 1. 10 to 1. Write it. Write the Java program to print the numbers from 10 to 1. 1 to 10 completed. Now you need to print from 10 to 1. 1 to 10 I have written. Now I want you to write from 10 to 1. That's it. Simple. Write a Java program to print the numbers from 10 to 1. Done? Yes. So if I want to print from 10 to 1, first I will take I value as a 10. Then I greater than or equal to 1. I greater than or equal to 1. I minus minus. So now here I value is 10. 10 greater than or equal to 1. Yes, true. It will print 10 value. Then 10 value is decremented. 9 greater than or equal to 1. Yes, 9 will be printed. 9 will become 8 here. 8 greater than or equal to 1. Yes, 8 will be printed. 7 greater than or equal to 1. 6 greater than or equal to 1. 1 greater than or equal to 1. Yes, when it becomes 0, 0 greater than or equal to 1, it will come out from the loop. It will come out from the loop. So I want to print from 10 to 1. So I value, I am initializing with 10. If I greater than or equal to 1, print I value, then decrement the value. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like that. Okay, save this. Save this. Now, Java C space while demo.java compiled Java space while demo. We are able to print from 10 to 1 also. So with this we understood what is the syntax of while loop. What is the syntax of while loop? While, condition, then statements. If the condition satisfy, statement will execute. After executing the statement, again it will check the condition. If a condition is satisfied, statement will execute. If a statement executed, again it will check the condition. Until the condition is satisfied, the loop will be executing. Once the condition is failed, then loop will terminate. Now here, for while loop, always we need to pass Boolean expression. If I pass while I here, what while loop will expect? Always while loop will expect Boolean value. Always while loop will expect Boolean value. Okay, fine guys. But there is a tricky point with the while. Now here I am going to take while loop. Here I am going to take while loop. Now while a greater than or equal to 1, while a greater than or equal to 1, system dot out dot println of hi or a, whatever it is. System dot out dot println of a I am taking. Now here I am going to represent a is as a integer a is equal to 10. Integer a is equal to 10. For this program, can you tell me what is the output? What is the output here? What is the output here? Infinite times 10. What is the output here? Infinite times 10 will be printed. Infinite times 10 will be printed. Okay. Now let me write the same program like this. While I am going to take true, system dot out dot println of hi, system dot out dot println of hello. Are you sure? Infinite times it is going to print hi. Once again, please check the program. It will not come out from the loop. Online people, what is the output for the second program? What is the output of the second program? Online people, infinite times hi. Can we check with the compiler? Yes or no? Yes. While true, system dot out dot println of hi, system dot out dot println of hi, and outside the while loop I am writing system dot out dot println of hello. Hello. So you people are saying that infinite times hi will be printed. Infinite times hi will be printed. That is what you are telling. Some people are saying that error. Some people are saying that error. Java C while demo dot Java. I don't need the variable. While will accept only Boolean value. Check it. कोड देखना, देखो. Code is valid or code is not valid. Then why we are getting error? Here I am giving directly true. Compiler is thinking that by always this loop only will execute. This statement will never get the chance to execute. This statement will never get the chance to execute. Then why are you writing this statement here? Huh? It will not accept it, because whenever you give some variable, if you give a is equal to 1 or 0, compiler will not understand what is the value available in the a. It will think that a is something, whether it is a greater than 0 or whether it is a less than 0. Compiler को नहीं पता चलता at the time of compilation. Value execution will be taken care by the JVM. So that is the reason compiler will think that okay, if a condition satisfied, this code will execute. If condition not satisfied, then normal statement will be executed. But here I am not writing any condition. Directly I am writing true. If I write directly true, compiler can understand. True is a reserved word. True is a reserved word. Compiler can easily understand that while true, bar same statement will execute. There is no chance to come out from the loop. There is no chance to come out from the loop. When there is no chance to come out from the loop, is there any use of this line? Will this line get the chance after 1 year? Can it wait after 2 years? Will this line get the chance? After 10 years also, this line will not get the chance to execute. This is a tricky question. Understand my point? Yes. Now, when I am compiling this program, same thing it is telling, boss, line number 8 is unreachable statement. Line number 8 is unreachable statement because always your condition will satisfy here true. Directly you are giving true, this will satisfy. This will satisfy. This line will never get the chance to execute. So that is the reason compilation is failure. Okay, now I am giving false. What is the output? Hello is the output, huh? Okay. If it is hello, if it is directly false, इसके फायदा क्या है? What is the use of this statement then? While you are writing false, when your while is false, will this line get the chance to execute? One. I am asking about this line. While false, man, I am directly giving while false. If a while is false, this statement will execute or this statement will not execute. Then what is the use of writing that statement? That is the compiler telling, boss, this is unreachable. When I give true here, this line will never get the chance to execute. Yes or no? When I write false here, I will never execute. That is unreachable statement. Are you guys getting my point? Confused? When you go for if we will execute only one time na, so directly boolean value you can pass for if statement, either true or false you can pass for the boolean value. When you go to while, directly it is not accepting boolean value. You should write some expression. For while loop you need to write some expression. Okay, fine sir, it is failing na, then isko nikal de. I am removing that. I am writing true here. What is the output? Think properly. 2 times you gave wrong answer. Infinite times I should be printed. Java C while demo dot Java. Are we able to compile now? Java space while. Now it is printing hi. We can pass boolean value directly, but Unreachable statements should not be available. Whenever you go for while, you can pass a expression or you can pass the boolean values directly. Whenever you are directly writing a boolean value for the while, then unreachable statements should not be available. If I write a false value here, if I write a false value, is there any use of writing this statement? Now try to compile and execute. Java C space while demo dot Java. What it is saying, boss? After this curly brace, whatever you are writing, it is waste. It is waste because that statement will never get the chance to execute. That statement will never get the chance to execute. That is unreachable statement. That is unreachable statement. So if I write my program like this, is it a valid program or it is invalid program? Invalid program. Why it is invalid? There is a unreachable statement available. Now if I write the program like this, system.out.println of hi. If I write a program like this, this is also invalid. This program is invalid because always a condition is false, then SOP statement will not be executed. That is unreachable statement. That is unreachable statement. This is also false. Now suppose if I write true here, infinite times hi will be printed. If I write true here, infinite times hi will be printed. Okay guys, good. The output will be infinite times. Syntaxes you should be very strong. Right. This is going to print the output. It is going to print the output. This is valid program. This is also valid program. Okay. Here output will come infinite loop. Infinite loop. Hi. I will be printed for infinite number of times. Yes, sir. Yes. I mean, just I'm checking your skill. That's it. So there is generally we don't do like that. We don't do like that. Just I want to tell you what are the syntaxes. Expression ही देते हैं हम. Whenever we are writing a loop ना, always we will execute the loop based on the expression. We don't write like this. We should not write like this. If we write like this, what will happen? घुमाते रहते हो. User will never get the output. User will never get the response from the project because always our loop will be executing. We will never come out from the loop when you go for infinite loops. Check the syntaxes now. First program, a is equal to 10, a greater than or equal to 1, then print a. It will print a value here 10 times. Why a value prints for infinite times? Infinite times first program will print the number 10 infinite times. Why it will print the 10 infinite times in the first program? There is no increment or decrement. Always it will check the same value with the condition. Always the condition will satisfy. It will go to infinite loop. When it comes to the second program, always loop is satisfying. Allow statement will never get the chance to execute. When you go for third program, always condition is false. High statement is not reachable. High statement is not reachable. When you go for fourth program, infinite, always the condition is true. Infinite times that loop is going to execute. Infinite times the loop is going to execute. Right. Now, when you go for while, it will check the condition. It will check the condition. If a condition is satisfied, then only statement will be executed. First it will check the condition. If the condition satisfy, then only statement will be executed when you go for while loop. Okay. Next one, we have another loop called do while loop. We have another loop called do while loop. In general, we don't use this loop in the project. We don't use this do while loop. What is the purpose of do while loop? It is used to execute statement first. It is used to execute statement first, then it will check the condition. It will check the condition. Here, if a condition not satisfied also, at least once our statement will execute. If a condition not satisfied also, at least once our statement will be executed. What is the syntax for that? What is the syntax for that? Do while loop. First here, do, inside the do, here statements will be available, then while condition. Then while condition. Okay, right. So two statements will be available and condition will be available. Can you write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop? Yes, come on. Write a Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Do means perform the action, then while check the condition. Until condition satisfy, actions are going to happen, statements are going to happen. Do and while. Do while. Write a Java program to print the numbers from, write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Write a Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Write a Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Using do while loop. Write a Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Java program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Using do while loop. Done. Okay. Can you tell me the program? Come on. What is the program I need to do now? Class do while. Do while. I'm taking this. Now, what is the method? Public static void main string arguments. Public static void main string arguments. Then int I is equal to 1. I want to print from 1 to 10. So I value I want to start from 1. Int I is equal to 1. Now do. Do means what? Directly print the statement. System dot out dot println of I. Then I plus plus. I plus plus. Then while I less than or equal to 10. While I less than or equal to 10. What is my class name? Do while dot Java. Do while dot Java. Okay. Integer I is equal to 1. Then do the statement execution. Then check the condition. If a condition is satisfied, again execute the statement. Then check the condition. If a condition is satisfied, again do the execution. Then check the condition. Now let us try to compile and run this program. Java C do while dot Java. Java space do while. Java space do while. Are we able to print it? Right. Then what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? What is the difference between do while loop and while loop? What is the difference, guys? Yes. While what is this question they will ask for freshers? What is the difference between while and do while? What is the difference between while and do while? While means it will check the condition first, then it will execute the statements. While loop, always it will check the condition first. If a condition is satisfied, then only it will execute the statement. Okay. If you go for a do while, it will execute statement first. Then it will check condition. Even if the condition is wrong, one time. If a condition is wrong also, statement will execute at least once in the do while loop. Even if condition is wrong or condition is not satisfied, our statement will execute once. But generally, we don't use the do while loop in the projects, guys. Very rare scenario. I never used the do while loop as of now. So any scenario, any requirement, my code should execute when the condition satisfied, then I will go for while loop. If condition satisfied, then go for while loop. While is a conditional loop or while is a range based loop. While is always conditional based loop. It will check the condition. If a condition satisfied, then only it is going to execute. If a condition satisfied, then only it is going to execute. Okay. The most important loop, another loop in the Java, that is for loop. What is the another loop, guys? For loop. Now, for loop is also used to execute the statements repeatedly based on the range. While loop is available to execute the statements repeatedly. For loop is also available to execute the statements repeatedly. Then what is the difference between for loop and while loop? For loop will execute based on the range value. While loop will execute based on the condition. Range based loop, conditional based loop. Go to High-Tech City and come to Amirpet 10 times. What is the meaning of that? I will give you bike. From Amirpet, you go to High-Tech City and come back. Do that for 10 times. Condition is there, range is there. 10 times you need to go to High-Tech City. Suppose I will tell you, take this bike, travel from Amirpet to High-Tech City till night at 12 o'clock. Range is there or condition is there? Condition is there. So in the project, sometimes we need to execute the program based on the condition. Sometimes we need to execute the program based on the range. Based on the range you need to execute, based on the condition you need to execute. Now, in our website, if you see, if you go for training schedule, how many records should be displayed in the table? 9 it is displaying. If I schedule one more batch, that will come, right? So here, range is there or condition, how many, if the database is having 10 records, 10 records should display here. So it depends upon the condition. How many records are available? Those many records it has to display in the table. Now, when it comes to home page, I fixed that in the home page only 8 courses should be displayed. In the home page, how many courses are displaying now? Only 8 courses. That means it is range based or it is conditional based? It is range based. Only first 8 courses should be displayed in the website home page. It means printing the course data. Printing the course data, I'm doing multiple times for different courses. Only 8 courses are printing. Only 8 courses are printing here. Now, if you want to execute the code based on the condition, we can go for while loop. If you want to execute the code based on the range, then we will go for loop. Are you guys clear with my point? It is used to, for loop is used to execute statements based on range, based on given range. It is used to execute statements multiple times. It is used to execute statements multiple times. For loop is called as range based loop. For loop is called as range based loop. That means fixed number of times. It is going to execute fixed number of times. If I tell 10, the loop will execute only 10 times. If I give 20, loop will execute only 20 times. Now, understand syntax. What is the syntax for loop? For loop syntax, for initialization, semicolon, condition, semicolon, increment or decrement. Everything we are doing in the single line. Everything we are doing in the single line. Here our statements will be available. First option to initialize the variable. Second option to check the condition. Third option increment or decrement. So here when you want to execute the statements for multiple times, first you need to understand statements should be executed based on the range or statements should be executed based on the condition. If you want to execute the statements based on the condition, while loop. If you want to execute the statements based on the range, then you need to go for loop. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes. Can you write a program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using for loop? Yes, come on. Yeah, directly you can write it. Write the Java program, online people. Write Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using for loop. Write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using for loop. Write the Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using for loop. Initialization, then condition, then increment and decrement. Increment or decrement. Write a Java program to print numbers from 1 to 10 using for loop. Right, simple, serious. Class for loop. Class for loop. Public, static, void, main, string, arguments. Public, static, void, main, string, arguments. For directly, I'm writing my for loop. Three statements we can write here. First one is initialization. Integer I is equal to 1. Then condition I less than or equal to 10. Then I plus plus. I plus plus system dot out dot println of I. System dot println of I. Then go for loop dot Java. Okay, it is used to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Print the numbers from 1 to 10. Now run this program. Java C for loop dot Java. Java space for loop. Java space for loop. How many times my loop is executing? Only my loop is executing for 10 times, because here condition is there. First I value I have initialized with 1. I less than or equal to 10. Condition satisfied. If condition is satisfied, then statement will be executed. After executing the statement, increment will happen. After executing the statement, increment will happen. After increment is happened, again it will check the condition. Condition satisfied. First it will check the condition. If a condition satisfied, statement will execute. After statement execution, incrementation will happen. So this is called for loop. For loop is used to execute our program based on range. That means how many times you want to execute the program, that you can define by using for loop. Initialization, condition, increment or decrement, everything we are doing in the single line. That is called for loop. For loop. When you go for loop, writing these are optional. Writing these are optional. So it's not mandatory. If you want to check the condition, then only write it. If you want to increment or decrement, then only write it. So all the 3 parts that you are writing in the for loop are optional. Okay. Can you write the program to print numbers from 10 to 1? Same. Just write the syntax. Write the Java program to print the numbers from 10 to 1 using for loop. Write the Java program to print the numbers from 10 to 1. Where is your notebook? I told you to bring. You have to bring the notebooks. And sir, people are asking Dasara holidays. क्या करेंगे? हाँ, हॉस्टल भी बंद कर देते ना 2-3 days. हॉस्टल चालू है बट खाना नहीं देते, बाहर खाना पड़ेगा. We will eat. You can taste Hyderabad restaurant food, biryani,